Good evening and welcome back to Dale E Cox Gymnasium. We're here for an exciting matchup. We've got the Lancers of LaVille going up against the Culver Cavaliers, and I'm going to be sitting here right next to Mr. Ray Wanger, and I've got Zane Gunn running cameras tonight. Mr. Wanger, how do you feel about tonight's matchup?
Well, Culver's struggling right now. They're 1-13 on this season. Lancers, by contrast, are 8-5, and I'm seeing Leighton Sarnecki suited up for Lancers. We'll see if he plays tonight. I'm feeling pretty good for a Lancer victory.
Yeah, I think that's the general consensus among all the players tonight. But they kept it alive. They said you don't want to take them for granted.
Well, talking to Coach Edison earlier this week, he said, you know, we have the capability of beating everybody on our schedule. We also have the capability of losing to everyone on our schedule if we don't come out to play. And that almost happened Tuesday night against South Bend Career Academy here at Dale E Cox Gymnasium, where Career actually had a 5-point lead headed into the fourth quarter. Lancers outscored them 24-5 to win that game going away.
Yeah, it's just one more example. You can't take it for granted who you're going up against, or even take your own self for granted in that case.
Absolutely. Again, we're seeing a Leighton Sarnecki sighting. I sure would have liked to have him in Bi-County, but that's the way it goes. We're getting other guys' experience. Tommy Gozy is chipping in with a bucket just about every time out, a valuable bucket off the bench. We're seeing Alec Coleman contributing, and good to see. Absolutely, building that depth. Headed into the stretch of the season, headed into sectional.
Yeah, all the way back, Gozy's been one of my favorites to come off the bench, even from that first game.
Absolutely.
Alec has really stepped up. He got a lot of minutes in that last Bi-County game we saw against Glenn.
Very much so. And he had a couple of dandy passes, I understand, Saturday. They call that an assist. Aiden Doyle hit a 3, his first of the year. I understand that was way out there. His first field goal of the year as he's rounding into form. We're always built on our outside shot. If we get Connor Wazorek and Leighton, if he gets to play, and of course Andrew Dill hitting from outside, we're going to be pretty tough to beat.
All right, with that said, we're going to go to a couple-minute break. We're going to come back. We'll talk a little bit more. You'll see the opening lineups here, and then we'll be ready to watch some basketball. Stay right here on LVH1.
The following broadcast is the exclusive property of LVH1 and the Union North United School Corporation for the private use of our audience and fans. Any retransmission or duplication of this broadcast without the written consent of LVH1 or the Union North United School Corporation is strictly prohibited. We hope you enjoy this event, and go Lancers!
What's included in the price of a ticket when you attend a high school athletic event? For starters, greater opportunities for our kids.
He catches it, and it's complete at the 5-yard line.
Putting today's young people on the pathway to success, inspiring them to never give up, encouraging them to always do their best, teaching them how to be better leaders. It's all included in the price of admission when you go to an IHSAA athletic event. All you have to do is buy a ticket.
I can do that.
High school sports. We pay, they play, everybody wins. This message brought to you by the IHSAA, encouraging you to go to a high school game this week and help build a future that benefits us all.
Hoosier North Athletic Conference tilt with the Culver Cavaliers. Again, Culver coming in with a record of 1-13. Their only win against winless West Central. But you know what? This is a conference game. These two teams go back decades, actually, on every athletic field that there is. And, you know, these kids probably know one another. We can't take anything for granted, as we saw Tuesday night.
Yeah, these are two teams that are very familiar with each other and what they're about to do. Coach Edison's been here for long enough that everybody kind of anticipates a little bit of what that play style is going to be. So they're fully prepared for what the Lancers can do tonight. We'll see if they pull anything new out of the playbook or something a little older we haven't seen.
Well, you know, that's always a possibility, but let's get into a rhythm. Let's get into a rotation. And boy, I want to tell you what, you don't want to lose when a game like this you're supposed to win. And
not this late in the season either.
You really don't, exactly. You really don't want to keep them close and give them some hope. Because you know what? They have pride too, Culver. And they want to come out here and they want to show that they belong on this court with the Lancers.
Yeah, nobody really gets on the bus saying we're not going to win tonight.
Absolutely.
They came out here to play.
You know, you're a competitor, you're going to compete. It's going to be interesting. Tomorrow night, Lancers travel clear over to Boone Grove over in the Valparaiso area. So that's going to be an interesting jaunt too. These guys are going to, that's over an hour away. And, you know, that back-to-back games, this is the first of the two. See how it goes.
Hey, and I got on the Google machine earlier and I was trying to look up the back of their jerseys. All say TGHT. If any of our listeners at home right now, we've already got a few, can give me a comment, let me know what that stands for, I'd appreciate it. And you can hear the Lancers came onto the field. The fans are all standing, they're clapping, they're getting ready for a good game.
Good to hear Nick Lito, the band, doing the school song over there. Nice Lancer crowd.
Yeah, good turnout for a Friday night, right?
Pretty good turnout.
Maybe we're not giving them enough homework if they're all here instead of reading a book somewhere.
Well, you work on that, okay, Mr. Thomas? I want to give a shout out to anybody who's listening out there to the sound of our voice in Lancer Nation, anywhere in the United States or abroad. We love having you here. So thank you for tuning in at this time. There's lots of things you could be doing otherwise. Love having you tuning in. And we're getting ready for our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand and join the Lancer Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Nicholas Lito as we honor America by the playing of our national anthem. Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to LaVille High School at the Dale E Cox Gymnasium for tonight's varsity contest between the Culver Cavaliers and your LaVille Lancers. Now speaking starting lineup, beginning with the Culver Cavaliers. Starting one guard at 5'10",
5'10" senior. Hunter Mann's 5'8" senior.
Number 11, Donovan Ziaja.
Donovan Ziaja,
91
6'3" senior.
6'2" junior, number 15, Braxton Conley.
Braxton Conley, 6'2" junior.
6 foot sophomore, number 20, Jalen King.
Jalen King, 6 foot
By
sophomore.
James Halfway. And now, International, let's make the start line for your Will Lancers. Starting one guard, 5'1" senior, number 3, Connor Missouri.
Leading assist man and leading steals man on this team.
Junior, number 23,
Andrew Dill getting the start tonight yet again. Great outside shooter. Bobby Good pretty much got us going the other night against South Bend Career Academy with a long three. Austin Dove developing as right before our eyes.
number 44, Jimmy Fisher.
Rugged Jimmy Fisher,
Coached by Michael Anderson.
6'2" senior. Boy, is it great to hear Nick Lito and his band singing playing the national anthem. This is high school basketball. Strap it in and enjoy, folks.
Well, it's time for Lancer basketball.
Clayton Sarnecki not starting. I do see him on the bench with his jersey on. That's a good sign. You might see an appearance from him. Heard in the Elkhart Memorial game a couple weeks ago.
I saw him without a boot earlier, so that was positive.
Right off the bat. Connor Wazorik, the first 2 points of this game within 10 seconds. Lancers are going to press. They like the idea of getting this team, this Culver team, 1-14, demoralize them right off the bat, if at all possible.
Well, there's already pressure being on the road. They're trying to add a little bit more physical pressure actually on the court.
Absolutely. You want to rattle these guys and make them think that they cannot compete. There's a nice skip pass, short. Bobby on the board. Is it going to be Bobby Boards or Bobby Buckets tonight?
I'm hoping for Bobby Buckets, but Bobby Boards is always useful, getting in there and getting the rebounds for us too. And
Connor, nice look, no look pass. Threw it away though.
as long as we don't call him Bobby Brick, I think he's pretty happy.
I'll be sure not to call him Bobby Brick. Turnover by the Lancers, first one of the game. 2-0 here. 7-12 in the opening quarter. Culver returns the favor by throwing the ball out of bounds. Okay, Bobby got it stolen. Trying to make something happen.
Yeah, I think Bobby has been a real surprise to everybody, even Coach Edison. I don't think he anticipated what Bobby was going to bring to the court, but he just showed up as such a well-rounded player.
Well,
Score, play defense.
He was not afraid to shoot from the time he was a frats over and back, isn't it? Yep. Second turnover by Culver. We knew that he was not afraid to shoot. From the time he was a freshman, he'd come in off the bench and before he even broke a sweat, he'd throw one up there. And I like that about him. He's rounded his game out nicely this year. I think Coach Edison would like to see a little bit more intensity from him at times. Connor just taking it all the way, misses the layup. Bobby on the board. Jimmy on the board. Jimmy puts it in.
See, I wish Bobby were a little bit less versatile. He qualified for state with DECA and he can't go because it's the same time as sectionals. Can't afford to lose him. But I was looking forward to taking him down there and seeing what he can do for me.
Culver, an early timeout here with 6:16 in the opening period. Down 4-0. Not handling the ball well.
No, part of that's the defense that we showed up with. It looks a little different from the defense we saw even just a week ago.
Gonna pressure them. Here's an interesting factoid. Coach Edison this morning took 80 junior high kids bowling in for pizza as part of our Lancer Pride club. And saw him after he got back from there. He looked none the worse for wear, but I said, Coach, you're going to take a nap before you come in. Back into coach the game. He says, boy, I really should. A little bit under the weather yesterday, so it's good to see that he's seems to have been recovered.
And unlike you and me, he doesn't drink coffee. Oh, wow.
Does not drink coffee. Jimmy Fisher came out of nowhere to make that block. Wow, that looked like a sure basket.
I just pulled something seeing that. Coach Edison does not drink any coffee, and here he is. He's made of stronger metal than me.
Yeah, I think I would want a cup of Joe after that, too. 80 junior high kids, are you kidding me? Austin Dove on the steal.
You've got one, and you drink a lot of coffee.
She was on that trip, too, but I'm sure she didn't give him any trouble. Saying hi to my daughter, Abigail. Hope you're listening in. Couldn't make it tonight. A little bit too much bowling for her. Maybe a little bit too much pizza, too.
That was a fortunate retrieval by Dill. A little bit of the wide receiver came out in him.
See if a little bit of the three-point shooter. Boom! Assist counter with Zurich. Boy, that's pretty. That didn't even ruffle the net. Counter deflection. Austin on the steal. Three turnovers by the Lancers. 4 early ones here in Culver. That's the thing, Mr. Thomas. You want to set the tempo against a team, that really struggles. And we don't want to play down to their level, so to speak.
Their JV team just played here, and they came out of the gates really hot. I think they scored 4 points before we got on the board.
Bobby buckets for 3. Lancers ended up going away, winning that one 40-18. Junior varsity Lancers.
But that first half looked like it was going to be a pretty competitive one.
It was very competitive.
They've got some talent.
Well, hopefully it develops during the course of the year. 10-0 here with 4:23 here in the first quarter. Lancer first foul of the game.
That's on our boy Bobby. But he's got his own fan section back there. Hannah Great's normally over there in the band playing for us, but she's back in the fan section sitting next to her family cheering him on.
Oh, a Hannah Good sighting. Sure enough. That's a loyal child. That's a loyal young lady. Come to see her brother Bobby. She really supports him.
None of my sisters come to watch me do this.
Mine either, Coach. Mine either.
Culver just got on the board.
Culver on the board. Donovan Ziaja. That's a live ball. Culver hit that. That's why it was not over and back.
Austin's eyes got big as he was going out there. Did you see that?
I think just about every time he gets the ball now.
Foul number 3, Owen Valaquin. His first, team first.
We saw 2 dunks against John Glenn. That's a 3-ball. Second one. Assist Connor Zurich. Allie Coleman, Tommy Gozy looking to check in at the next dead ball. 13-2 Lancer lead.
Dove just tried to do a peanut punch back there. Did you see that?
Did not see that. Would the refs have appreciated that?
Charles Tillman used to do that from behind, punch the ball out of their hands.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's a different sport, but
I have seen Austin Dove do that several times this year.
Owen Valaquin to the line for Culver. Shooting 2.
Following Jimmy, his first.
Jimmy's kind of struggled with that this year. He's had a few fouls called on him throughout the season.
42, Tommy Gozik.
But when you play with the tenacity that he comes out there with, it's going to happen. It's
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a rugged player. I like seeing football players play, though. Tommy on the board. I love seeing football players play basketball. There's a nice steal by that young man. Fourth Lancer turnover. Owen Klinger in for Culver. Connor second board. He's feeling it.
he's had his game face on all day.
Mr. Dill.
Connor.
Connor. Is there ever a time Connor doesn't have his game face on? 13-2, 2:50 here in the first quarter. Connor Wazorik is a baller. That's all there is to it. Couldn't get that one to fall. I'd take Connor Wazorik on my team anytime. I think that guy would have been better served just going up. I think he would have been better served just going up and not doing all that dippy-doodle stuff. Alec Coleman thought he was fouled. Ref didn't think so.
They almost knocked his shoes off. You see him have to go down in time again.
Substitution called with number 54, Austin Zahner.
Austin Zahner, 6'2". Football body. Looks like an O-lineman. Sophomore. Get these guys all the experience you can this year. Hopefully in 2 years they can compete. Caston Comets are a prime example.
And it's seasons like these that really kind of build how tough you are as a program.
Absolutely, and as a school. Caston Comets have a winning record as we speak. Jimmy taking it strong to the hoop. That's what I like to see. He's going to be rewarded with 2 shots.
Called the foul number 10, Owen Klingler.
Klingler, they call him. We have a Klinger at our school. Spelled the same way. He doesn't pronounce the second L. Lancers were 12 for 25 from the line the other night, less than 50%. Coach Edison is not happy about the free throw shooting. Fortunately, down the stretch, we hit just enough to pull away. South Bend Career Academy.
You know what he is happy about? Having 32 out there on the court tonight, Aiden Doyle. We didn't get to start the season out with him playing.
Absolutely. Aiden Doyle brings another football mentality, a whole lot of grit.
Sports IQ.
Sports IQ.
I don't know if that's a real thing, but I think he's got it.
Of course it's a real thing. We wouldn't
There
talk
we
about
go.
it if it weren't real. Owen Klingler on his first 2. Connor's going to take that all the way and make. Connor doesn't like giving up baskets. But he plays in control for a guy who is all over that court, buzzing all over like a bumblebee. And I see a Leighton Sarnecki sighting. Gonna check in at the next dead ball. Talked to him early in the week. He said, I'm only gonna go out there when I know I'm ready. And he said he's not gonna do anything foolish to aggravate that ankle injury. That was pretty gruesome to see that look on his face against Elkhart Memorial when he came up trying to steal that ball.
And especially with a leg injury, he is our prized kicker. He's got the golden foot.
Absolutely.
He trained all summer over with Notre Dame, trying to get better at it, honing in on his craft, and to see him hurt in the lower body is really kind of scary.
Well, that might be his bread and butter. You're right.
It's Coach Hostrauser's bread and butter next year.
It could well be.
Substitution for Lancers, number 12, Leighton Sarnecki.
Braxton Conley to the line. He gets a second. 6'2" junior. 16-4 here with just over a minute to go of opening quarter. Lancers have had their way. Keep an eye on number 12, Leighton Sarnecki, to see how he moves. Yes! 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 How about that, Aiden Doyle? Assist from Leighton Sarnecki. Wonderful to see. Get that boy shooting 1 or 2 of those a game at least. That's really going to help our chances.
We're sitting right in front of the Aiden fan section here.
Which I'm a proud member of, by the way. Aiden Doyle is a true gentleman as a 5'10" junior. Starting quarterback on the football team.
Substitution for Culver, number 20.
A class act. Had a tie on today. He was decked out in a tie. Said, Aiden, who tied that for you? I said, oh, I did that.
Did you ask him who taught him?
My dad had to do that for me when I was a senior. Before I got my senior picture, Dad, can you tie this for me? Oh, he said he got it offline. He found it on YouTube or something.
I was supposed to tie ties the whole time I was in the Navy, and I never did. I came home as a civilian. Now I wear them all the time. So these students will come up to me before game days in the hallway trying to get help tying them. Might have done a couple Wilfing ties today.
You oblige them. Do you do a Windsor or do you do a regular?
Full Windsor. Full.
All right. Down to the last possession of this quarter, 19-4. Culver's unofficial 5th turnover. Lancers have 5 as well. 3.8. This should be the last possession.
You think they'll go for it?
Absolutely. Somebody's got to come to the ball. Not like that, though. Austin Dove wanted it. We're going to step away for a minute. 19-4 here at the end of the first quarter from beautiful Dale E Cox Gymnasium.
This is a good chance, if you haven't already, to hit that red subscribe button for us, and you'll be able to see the next time we come on live here at LVH1.
First West Bank is a proud sponsor of LaVille Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
Hey Lancer fans, advertising spots are available today with LVH1. Advertising with LVH1 at LaVille Junior Senior High School gives your business publicity with high school parents, fans, and families throughout the state of Indiana and beyond.
Advertisements can be provided by your business or made in-house by our mass media class at the high school.
All the funding goes directly to the student program and will help us gain hands-on experience in the broadcasting, video editing, and marketing fields.
If you're interested in advertising during athletic events throughout the year, please contact the broadcasting program at broadcasting@unorth.k12.in.us or call us at 574-78.
Back at Dale E Cox Gymnasium, Culver's ball to start the second quarter, trailing 19-4. Interestingly, LaVille's got 4 3-pointers in the opening quarter. Those add up pretty fast, Coach. Aiden Doyle joins the other starters out there now. Andrew Dill's on the bench.
This could be fun. We could say a few new names tonight.
That's right. We would like to see that.
And Doyle playing some pretty stout defense out there.
Our defensive intensity is stepping up, and I think it's a little bit intimidating for Culver. And again, 1-13. You want to keep these guys on the ropes. You want to demoralize them as soon as possible. Make them think that they don't belong on the same court with you.
Well, part of it's got to be, even though they won the other night, they didn't win the way they wanted to. It wasn't the game they wanted to play. I think tonight they're going to go out there and even show themselves that they can play to the level that they want to this season.
Absolutely.
They've got a sectional draw coming up, and they want to show what they're capable of.
Very interesting sectional draw coming up. Owen Klingler's second foul. He's got a basket off the bench. Leighton Sarnecki showing no ill effects from my vantage point. Just took it strong to the hoop. Last possession. What a quality young man. Boy, they just don't make him like Leighton.
Willie's another one of them that qualified for state for me and can't make it over in DECA. He is a brilliant young man, one of the highest test scores we had in the chapter. Everything he does to his full extent. He doesn't half-heart anything.
He does well, too. I don't think that you're right. He's a guy any father or mother would be proud of to have as a son.
And humble about it, never really brags or.
Oh, absolutely. A nicer man never drew a breath. I'm going to give Aiden Doyle an assist on that one, even though Austin made it happen. (22-4) here. Just under 7 minutes to go. Bobby on the steal. He's probably going to take that all the way.
Oh.
Could have gathered himself, I believe. Got to get another chance. An assist from Austin Dove. Culver's seen enough for now. 24-4.
What do you think they're saying down there in the Culver huddle right now?
They probably want to clean up their ball handling. They probably want to shorten up their passing. They've got 8 early turnovers. That's way too many for a first half.
All right, they're going to take a break. We're going to give you a break so you can go home and get yourself some popcorn, and we're going to drink a little bit of coffee. We'll be back in about 30 seconds.
At TNA Rigging Incorporated, the staff works hard to ensure that your project is completed safely, on time, and with the least amount of interruption to your production. They aren't interested in only completing one project. Their goal is to build long-lasting relationships with customers. From machinery movement and repair, installation, transportation services, TNA Rigging has been serving Indiana and Michigan for over 10 years. For all your machinery and installation needs, call the crew at TNA Rigging Incorporated at 574-233-3074. TNA Rigging Incorporated, your satisfaction is our success.
Welcome back out here. We are up 24-4 right now. We've got about 6.5 minutes left this period.
Culver's taking a timeout. I'm sure they're talking about, as we said before the break, their ball handling. They want to shorten up their passes. Coach Ballmer always says he's not a fan of those long skip passes over the top of his zone. He always likes short, quick passes. Short, quick, short, quick. That way the defense can't get their hands on it. It's not for lack of effort that Culver is down 20. They're fighting. They're not hanging their head. Another turnover. Beautiful, beautiful. Leighton Zarnecki, the beneficiary of a nice unselfish pass from Austin Dove. Good to see Leighton scoring again.
At as high as he got, I don't think those legs are bothering him at all right now.
That's good to see. We don't want to see him that happening again. Any kind of injury with him, especially in the legs. Coming out for a breather, same with Aiden Doyle. Aiden gave us a nice little spurt there. A couple of steals, hit, of course, a long three. Hopefully he's rounding into form.
There we had Dill, Coleman, and Connor all show back up. Kind of a mass exodus there from the team.
And we throw it away. That's not good to see. But Lancers get that ball back on the alternate possession rule. (26-4), 5:42 here in the second quarter.
Something I really like seeing Coleman over there talking to coach as they were getting ready to throw that ball in.
There's a nice pass and one.
Emery Fisher getting the air on that. And he's going up to the line. He just received the Student Athlete IHSAA Face of Sportsmanship pin. One of 5 students here at LaVille. Sydney Koblenz, Trinity Cox, Charles Lamberis, Zachary Rutherford, and the aforementioned Jimmy Fisher. Pretty big honor, not something that everyone gets. And
absolutely, and a very well-deserving honor at that.
Points to the character of this team.
Another true gentleman. Never had him in class, but he's always kind enough to say hi, smile.
I've been fortunate to have him for a couple years now, and so I've gotten to see that growth from sophomore to the Fisher we get to enjoy now.
Going to Hillsdale College in Michigan. That's pretty exclusive stuff.
Yeah.
Brother. I think he wants to study for law.
Finance.
Finance.
He's interested in finance. His parents said they'll come home over summer and he would have economics books opened up, just reading them for fun. I don't know if he wanted his friends to know that, and if they watch this, now he's busted, but.
I didn't see what happened right there. The officials changed their call. Nonetheless, 29-4 with 5 minutes here to go before halftime. Lancers in complete control.
They're shortening up their passes. They must have been listening to you.
I think they want to do too much with the ball when they have a shot. Sometimes I think it's just better to go up strong. Coach Ballmer always says, see the ball and the ball will see you. That young man got poked in the eye, it looks like. Donovan Ziaga. Oh, that smarts. Oh my goodness, that smarts. I didn't see it happen live.
42, Tommy Gozy. For Culver, 54, Austin Zahner.
Tommy Gozy back in for the Lancers. Alec Coleman, Bobby Good, Andrew Dill, and the Iron Man, Connor Wazorek.
He got a little bit more breathing time than we're used to seeing him get.
Yeah, Connor probably undoubtedly leads the team in minutes out there on the basketball floor. In some games he doesn't come out at all because you just can't afford to take him out. He runs the show. Bobby for 3, got it. Runs the show out there. He's a defensive. Oh, guys, don't go without the ball. There he is with another steal. Defensive wizard. Alex going to take that and nail it. Wow, what a thrill for Alec Coleman. It's a 3-pointer. Wow.
That's going to put him up 35-4 here with about 3.5 minutes left.
You're running out of timeouts too, Coach. It's your third one. 3:39 here in the second quarter. Lancers have 16 points in this quarter already, outscoring them 16-0.
And they played a smart game. They played a game that's bringing in a little bit more variety than we're used to seeing.
Well, you saw Alec Coleman just nail a 3.
I see Wagner standing up, looking like he's ready to come in.
It wouldn't surprise or disappoint me to see our bench, our entire bench coming in, see some varsity action. Well, I don't think we're taking these Cavaliers for granted. I think we're realizing we got to bring our A game every night, or as close to it as we can.
So,
oh, Alec Coleman. He's going to tell me that was a gross shot. Gross. That's good now. Okay, gross.
Gross is good?
Gross is good.
Is it as good as bad, or is bad?
It's not sick. It's better than sick. Sick has gone by the wayside.
So sick is bad, but not the good bad, the bad bad?
Absolutely.
All right.
And if you're gross, man, you're on top of the world.
Do you think he was just pulling your leg?
No.
He didn't say you were a gross teacher?
I had to have Josh Denning explain that to me. Dump down basket, Jalen King, 6-foot sophomore, his first 2 points. 35-6 here, just over 3 minutes to go. Mr. Dill, downtown, his third 3 of the night. Those add up quick, 38-6.
Foul number 3 on
offensive foul.
His second, team 7.
Looking over in that fan section, right in the very middle, you see some of our girls basketball players had their senior game last night. Maddie Fox, her grandfather, somebody good friend of ours, Dale Pippinger, out with surgery right now. Had a little bit of a knife put to his knee to help get him feeling better again. So we want to remember him.
Absolutely. Dale Cox, graduate here several years ago. Class gentleman.
Almost 50 years. I think they're at 49 right now. He'll appreciate me saying that, huh?
I wasn't going to say that. You can get away with that, Mr. Thomas. Andrew Dill's first. 4th on the team.
Owen Klingler to the line for Culver, shooting 2.
Looking for points number 3 and 4. 6'1" junior.
Substitution for the Lancers, number 12, Leighton Zarnecki.
0 for 5, I've got Culver from the line. Meanwhile, Leighton Zarnecki back into the game for the Lancers.
Culver substitution, number 22, Oliver Morgan.
(40-7). Andrew's going to take that one again. He's feeling it. Why not? He's feeling it.
Andrew Dill.
We got Connor Wazorek with 5 dimes here in the first half. 43-7. Lancers hadn't have missed that field goal, this would be a rout. Andrew Dill hit 4 threes here in the first half. He's showing some hustle. Generally speaking, when a shooter knocks 1 or 2 down, the rest of their game picks up. Bobby Good's a prime example. It was a nice patient move. He just didn't get it. Goes, he swooped in for the board. His second. Louis for 3. He is off target. Lancers haven't missed many threes tonight at all.
Was that a board for Alec Coleman?
That was a board for Alec Coleman.
Good for him.
Lancers, number 32, Aiden Doyle. 34, Austin Dove.
Andrew Dill saying, "You're taking me out after I got those 4 threes the first half, coach." There's nice move, nice patient move.
He's earned a long halftime break.
Austin Dove draws the foul. Absolutely.
Number 11, Donovan Ziaja. Austin Dove to the line.
Ziaga's second foul.
Shooting 2.
Austin looking for points 4 and 5. (43-7), minute 22 here before half. When's the last time you said 43-7 in a basketball game?
It's been a while for high school. Ooh.
No harm. He made it. Play on.
You oohed the same thing I did, huh?
Alec on the steal.
May have thrown that one a little bit harder than he wanted to.
Doyle chases it down for him.
Alec Coleman's playing with some fire out there.
Sure, hit his first 3 of his varsity career. Beautiful pass. Bam! Beautiful pass. Late.
Basket is good.
The Aiden fan section's going crazy behind us.
Oliver Morgan. Aiden Doyle's the line.
See what kind of touch he's got at the line. He's made his first point with this year was at the free throw line. See what kind of touch he possesses here. Time it goes. He tips that ball out. There were no Lancers nearby. 46-7. We're down to a minute to go here in the first half.
Oh, Layton came in hard on that.
Alec Coleman's third board. Go with the steal, go with the 3.
I was watching 54 drain him from that distance earlier during warm-ups.
A little bit different when the game starts.
A little bit different when somebody's in front of you.
10, Owen Klingler.
Owen Klingler's third foul.
Third team's 10.
10th foul. Louis going to shoot 2.
For the Lancers, shooting 2. Substitution for Culver, number 3, Owen Valaquette.
Lancers have missed 5 free throws here in the first half. If there's one thing you can nitpick, 6 now, that would be it. Those are points you're leaving on the floor. We could have 50 points by now. Uh-oh, watch out, watch out. You know what Austin's thinking. Oh, he was definitely.
He thought it all the way there. He did not want to have anyone in his way.
3.2 to go, 46-7.
He was leaving with points one way or another.
Foul number 11, Donovan Ziaga.
Donovan Ziaga's his third.
Austin Duff to the line, shooting 2.
Looking for points 5 and 6. Hey.
Oh.
Coach Edison, despite the lead, he's not happy with that. He knows that these are going to be crucial points sometime down the line. And we lost that one too. Lane violation.
I have a feeling that'll come up in conversation here soon. Free throw percentage. He's going to be bringing that into practice.
You know, coaches are never happy. You're right. You're right. That's something you could easily practice. Just dribbled that out of bounds. I've got Culver for 15 first half turnovers. Lancers have tightened it up. I only have them for 2 this quarter.
Substitution for Culver, number 25.
7 overall, mostly because they're trying to make things happen. 0.6 seconds. It's almost impossible to get a shot off unless you just throw it up there toward the basket.
And they tried.
Good. They tried. 46-7. You heard right. 46-7. Lancers scored 27 points that quarter, outscoring Culver Cavaliers 27-3.
They're taking a break. I think we're going to take a little bit of a break. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes at LVH1, your voice of Lancer Nation.
Hi, I'm Nathan Watts. I'm the president of LaVille FFA. FFA is an organization that has helped me build public speaking skills and communication skills. I've participated in forestry, leadership, livestock, and dairy judging. I plan to use these in my future endeavors. Some people may think that FFA is just an organization for farmers, but They have been trying to crush the stigma associated with the name FFA. FFA can be for anyone who has the desire to join.
Hey Lancers, are you looking to work for a big corporation, own your own business, take stats for a professional sports team, or handle money? Well, I'm here to tell you about DECA. I'm Dale E Cox, and I'm the Vice President of Hospitality and Tourism for our school's DECA chapter. I've been a part of DECA for 2 years now, and I've had the time of my life here. I've competed at both district and state level last year, and look to go back again this year. You have the chance to compete as a solo event or be a part of a team decision-making event. DECA has really opened up my eyes to a different aspect of business and has helped me grow as a human being. DECA will help you grow into a young, mature adult if you join, just like it has helped me. You will have the chance to make tons of new friends as we are a growing chapter and look to continue to grow for the future. If you are a sophomore through a senior and would like to join DECA, come talk to the chapter advisor, Mr. Thomas, today and start your journey.
Hey Lancer fans, advertising spots are available today with LVH1. Advertising with LVH1 at LaVille Junior Senior High School gives your business publicity with high school parents, fans, and families throughout the state of Indiana and beyond.
Advertisements can be provided by your business or made in-house by our mass media class at the high school.
All the funding goes directly to the student program and will help us gain hands-on experience in the broadcasting, video editing, and marketing fields.
If you're interested in advertising during athletic events throughout the year, please contact the broadcasting program at broadcasting@unorth.k12.in.us or call us at 574-784-3151.
Advertise today with LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
Introducing T&A Rigging Incorporated. Since 2005, we have been the premier machinery moving company for Lakeville and the surrounding areas. Our experts specialize in moving heavy equipment and machinery. We can also install, repair, and offer precision alignment for your machines. We can help with crane services and steel fabrication in-shop or on-site. For more info, visit tarigging.com or call 574-233-3074.
At T&A Rigging Incorporated, the staff works hard to ensure that your project is completed safely, on time, and with the least amount of interruption to your production. They aren't interested in only completing one project. Their goal is to build long-lasting relationships with customers. From machinery movement and repair, installation, transportation services, T&A Rigging has been serving Indiana and Michigan for over 10 years. For all your machinery and installation needs, call the crew at T&A Rigging Incorporated at 574-233-3074. T&A Rigging Incorporated, your satisfaction is our success. At T&A Rigging Incorporated, the staff works hard to ensure that your project is completed safely, on time, and with the least amount of interruption to your production. They aren't interested in only completing one project. Their goal is to build long-lasting relationships with customers. From machinery movement and repair, installation, transportation services, T&A Rigging has been serving Indiana and Michigan for over 10 years. For all your machinery and installation needs, call the crew at T&A Rigging Incorporated at 574-233-3074. T&A Rigging Incorporated, your satisfaction is our success.
Lancers, are you looking to work for a big corporation, own your own business, take stats for a professional sports team, or handle money? Well, I'm here to tell you about DECA. I'm Dale E Cox, and I'm the Vice President of Hospitality and Tourism for our school's DECA chapter. I've been a part of DECA for 2 years now, and I've had the time of my life here. I've competed at both district and state level last year, and look to go back again this year. You have the chance to compete as a solo event or be a part of a team decision-making event. DECA has really opened up my eyes to a different aspect of business and has helped me grow as a human being. DECA will help you grow into a young, mature adult if you join, just like it has helped me. You will have the chance to make tons of new friends as we are a growing chapter and look to continue to grow for the future. If you are a sophomore through a senior and would like to join DECA, come talk to the chapter advisor, Mr. Thomas, today and start your journey.
And I'm Marie Engel, the Secretary of LaVille FFA.
LaVille FFA stands for, or used to stand for, Future Farmers of America.
But now it doesn't really stand for anything because they're a lot more inclusive than to people that are just farmers. How long have I been in FFA? I have been in FFA for 5 years.
My favorite part of FFA would probably be either the competitions or meeting new people. It's a lot of fun to go out and see new people.
People should join FFA because we do a lot of fun stuff throughout the year. We have parties.
What we usually go do is competitions, and so we go out and we can judge soil, do a forestry contest, which entails like woods and leaves, and then we do dairy judging and leadership contests as well.
My favorite part about National Convention was going to the convention center and seeing all of the colleges and everything, and you get to talk to all of them and learn a lot about their school's agriculture programs.
Some different categories that we do, like I said before, is forestry, entomology, crops, dairy.
We have a dress code because we have to represent our school in our competitions, so making ourselves look representable makes it all go smooth.
Some things I do outside of FFA are football and track, and so it also takes up a lot of your time, but you have to kind of be devoted to FFA.
FFA benefits me because it allows me to make a lot of connections with people from other schools and all across the state and even all across the country. At National Convention, you meet people from literally everywhere, so it's a really good organization to join.
What's included in the price of a ticket when you attend a high school athletic event? For starters, greater opportunities for our kids.
He catches it, and it's complete at the 5-yard line.
Putting today's young people on the pathway to success, inspiring them to never give up, encouraging them to always do their best, teaching them how to be better leaders. It's all included in the price of admission when you go to an IHSAA athletic event. All you have to do is buy a ticket.
I can do that.
High school sports. We pay, they play, everybody wins. This message brought to you by the IHSAA, encouraging you to go to a high school game this week and help build a future that benefits us all.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of LaVille Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
Hey Lancer fans, advertising spots are available today with LVH1. Advertising with LVH1 at LaVille Junior Senior High School gives your business publicity with high school parents, fans, and families throughout the state of Indiana and beyond.
Advertisements can be provided by your business or made in-house by our mass media class at the high school.
All the funding goes directly to the student program and will help us gain hands-on experience in the broadcasting, video editing, and marketing fields.
If you're interested in advertising during athletic events throughout the year, please contact the broadcasting program at broadcasting@unorth.k12.in.us or call us at 574-784-3115.
Advertise today with LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
Introducing T&A Rigging Incorporated. Since 2005, we have been the premier machinery moving company for Lakeville and the surrounding areas. Our experts specialize in moving heavy equipment and machinery. We can also install, repair, and offer precision alignment for your machines. We can help with crane services and steel fabrication in-shop or on-site. For more info, visit tarigging.com or call 574-233-3074.
At T&A Rigging Incorporated, the staff works hard to ensure that your project is completed safely, on time, and with the least amount of interruption to your production. They aren't interested in only completing one project. Their goal is to build long-lasting relationships with customers. From machinery movement and repair, installation, transportation services, T&A Rigging has been serving Indiana and Michigan for over 10 years. For all your machinery and installation needs, call the crew at T&A Rigging Incorporated at 574-233-3074. T&A Rigging Incorporated, your satisfaction is our success. At T&A Rigging Incorporated, the staff works hard to ensure that your project is completed safely, on time, and with the least amount of interruption to your production. They aren't interested in only completing one project. Their goal is to build long-lasting relationships with customers. From machinery movement and repair, installation, transportation services, T&A Rigging has been serving Indiana and Michigan for over 10 years. For all your machinery and installation needs, call the crew at T&A Rigging Incorporated at 574-233-3074. T&A Rigging Incorporated, your satisfaction is our success.
Welcome back here to Dale E Cox Gymnasium. Just like the first half, I'm still Mr. Thomas. I'm joined by Mr. Wenger. It's been a great game so far if you're a Lancer fan. Mr. Wenger, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit. Who is your player of the game so far in the first half?
Well, Lancers are led in scoring by Andrew Dill with those 4 3-pointers. He's got 12 points. But I'm going to go off the board a little bit. I'm going to go with Aiden Doyle. 5 points off the bench, showing a lot of hustle, a lot of determination, giving us a spark. That's exactly what Coach Edison wants to see from him. And it doesn't hurt when he's making threes. This is his second straight game where he's had a 3. Aiden Doyle is my player of the first half.
I'm going to go with Austin Dove. He's out there on defense. He's blocking everyone. He's getting some air underneath him.
Good choice.
It's hard to get around the wingspan that he's got out there.
Austin Dove with 4 points. He would have a lot better if he was shooting better from the free throw line. As a matter of fact, Lancers are under 50% from the line. And that's got to be a concern for Coach Edison as we head into the second half of the season.
Yeah, Dove may not be lighting up the scoreboard, but his play style definitely dictates the flow of the game.
Absolutely, and that's important because you don't want to. He's got a wonderful wingspan, and you don't want to be in the same area code with Austin Dove because he's got good hands and he's got that wingspan. He's going to intimidate a lot of shots. Culver again with possession here to start the third quarter. 46-7.
You know, if I wasn't going to say Austin Dove, it may have been Jackson Groves because I just saw him at halftime playing his game out here. And I really appreciate everything that unified team does.
Absolutely.
Fantastic young men and women out there on the court during halftime for us.
You mentioned Tyler Student. There was Trinity Cox out there. There was
Lucy the Shark.
Lucy Shark. Absolutely. Yes, that's a generic thing. That's student-oriented, student-led. Bobby Good with an early board could not get the bucket. There you go. Donovan Ziago with his 5th point. Cavaliers in double digits finally. Austin with an offensive board.
Bobby's going to keep on going till he gets it.
Basket is good. Culver foul number 3.
I don't know if he's ever given up on anything.
His third, team's first.
Bobby's in double digits now, 48-10. He's got 10 points, going for 11. Got him for 5 boards here early in the third quarter.
See if Coach gave him any tips on these free throws.
Boy, oh boy. Look at the body language and body posture on our bench right now. The coaching staff is almost beside themselves with the free throw shooting. Jimmy swooping in for the board there.
Emery's another one that's got a lot of height that he brings out there. A lot of energy to the court.
Got Connor with an offensive foul. Absolutely. I've always been impressed by Jimmy's energy.
The player controls foul number 3, Connor Lazora.
Connor hits Connor's first. It's hard, I would think it's hard to stay motivated in a game like this, Coach. I think you can develop some bad habits, like right there, going for a steal. I think we were overplaying. Culver throws the ball away.
Connor eyeballing the defense, seeing where it's going to come from. It's hard to imagine he only averaged about 6 points last season. He tells me it was 7, but it was under 7.
I don't think Andrew had his feet set on that three-point attempt. Coach Ballmer always says, watch the feet. They must be set and aimed toward the basket. Connor's going to take that all the way. Nice going, Connor. Got him for 2 steals. He may very well have more. (50-10). Five and a half minutes here to go in the third quarter. Wholesale substitution. You can probably see that at the Lancer bench.
Yeah, I see Coleman's haircut poking up. I think I see an Allen down there.
Allen.
Aiden Doyle.
Body's hitting the floor. Look who comes up with the ball, Mr. Jimmy Fisher. Throwing himself down there for basically a meaningless possession.
Yeah, so that's going to bring in Cody Allen, Alec Coleman, Tommy Gozzi, Leighton Zarnecki, and Aiden Doyle here for what I'm guessing is going to be a majority of this second half.
We'll probably see the last two down on the bench, Ryan James and Ross Wagner, before too much longer. See how this unit plays. It's always interesting to see how the second five were going to click together. I just like to see them run some clock, develop good habits, develop the Edison way of playing ball. Not too much French pastry. Run some clock, short, quick passes, run your offense.
I watched Leighton in the gym earlier, in his Crocs, draining threes.
And his Crocs.
I asked him if he could play with him during the game, and I guess Coach Edison wasn't a fan.
Well, the IHSAA may have something to say about that, too. Nice shot. Hunter Mans with his first points of the game, 5'8" senior. Aiden Doyle just couldn't get it.
Oh, Gozzi can.
Third board, second basket. 4 points for Tommy Gozzi off the bench. Aiden Doyle made that happen with a nice drive, even if he couldn't get it to fall. That's how it goes, remember. 19th unofficial turnover on Culver. 52-13, 3.5 minutes here to go.
Look who's throwing the ball in.
Number 54, Austin Zahner.
Colin Allen. It's a big
Oh,
deal
that was
for
a big
freshman.
pass.
Aiden Doyle taking it strong to the basket again, draws a foul.
Over foul number 10, Owen Klingler.
Klingler's fourth foul.
His fourth, team second.
Watch the legal screen here. Yeah, like that.
Culver coach James Hafley. You hear him in the background, still exhorting his team, getting a little bit on the refs. Now the important thing is we don't get into bad defensive habits either. Overplaying, going for the big steal instead of squaring up defense. Aiden Doyle, nice defense right there. Did not give him a good path to the basket.
Been playing a clean game too. These are still gentlemen out there, and they're still playing like it.
His fourth, team's third. Substitution for goal number 3, Owen Valaquette.
Yeah, we should see good sportsmanship from our team. Edison's preached that. They lived it. They played it. Speaking
Over on
of
the
which,
side.
Last two guys on the bench getting ready to come in. Tommy Gozy just being a little bit too aggressive.
Next to foul number 42, Tommy Gozy.
His first, team
Substitution
second.
for LaVille, number 4, Ryan James. And number 11, Wes Wagner.
I think this is the first time I've seen Ryan James play this season.
I think he got an appearance early. I don't want to say which team it was because I don't recall. Seems to me like he has made a varsity appearance. Yep, Tommy got hand in the cookie jar.
Next to foul number 42, Tommy Gozy.
Culver's going to take a 22nd timeout here.
Team's third.
It's their fourth timeout.
Here with 2.5 minutes up, we're up 52-13. They're going to take a quick break. We're going to take one as well. Stay right here on LVH1, your voice of Lancer Nation.
TNA Rigging Incorporated, the staff works hard to ensure that your project is completed safely, on time, and with the least amount of interruption to your production. They aren't interested in only completing one project. Their goal is to build long-lasting relationships with customers. From machinery movement and repair, installation, transportation services, TNA Rigging has been serving Indiana and Michigan for over 10 years. For all your machinery and installation needs, call the crew at TNA Rigging Incorporated at 574-233-3074. TNA Rigging Incorporated, your satisfaction is our success.
Welcome back here to the Dale E Cox Gymnasium. Like we said before, we were up 52-13. And as such, we've got a couple freshmen and a sophomore out there finishing out this game for us. Get to say Wagner's name again. It's been a while since I've been able to cheer on a Wagner.
Ross Wagner, brother Riley of years past.
That was a good, clean play.
Nice. Jalen King's second basket, 4 points overall. Ryan James, aforementioned, got Alec Coleman directing traffic out there. Tommy Gozy, Aiden Doyle.
Now you just have to hope these sophomores and freshmen don't really overplay, trying to prove themselves at all. Just go out there and play the game that they've been taught to play. It's kind of fun to see what our team is going to look like next year.
Every little bit of varsity experience helps. Alec Coleman, are they going to count it? No, they will not. They'll take it off. That's a charge.
Little player control foul number 35.
Once upon a time, that counted in amateur ball. Not anymore.
Once upon a time, they used to play donkey ball during halftime, too.
Now you're going in the Wayback Machine, Coach. Yes, they did. They had donkeys out there on the floor, and the staff rode them, and you know, the best team won.
That takes them up to 52-18. Valaquette, is that a name from up north, it sounds like?
Valaquette, his first three of the night. First points of the night, 52-18. We're down, winding down to a minute to go here in the third quarter. Kick out, kick out, kick out. Always got somebody kicking out in the motion offense. You don't want to leave that guy with the ball with no place to go. Yeah, the Edisons have only been doing this for about 35 years. Tommy gets his own rebound.
Coach isn't that old, is he? 35?
He's going to take that in. Oh, reverse layup didn't go. Here comes Culver. Tommy on another board. Got Tommy for 5 boards. Ross is going to try a 3, and he's got it.
Oh. Glimpses of Riley out there.
Ross Wagner from downtown. Pass from Tommy Gozy. What a way to end the third quarter. 55-18.
Number 20, Colin Allen.
Cavaliers outscored the Lancers 11-9 in that quarter, Coach. Concerned?
No, I'm really happy for them. They're coming out there. They're still playing hard. Obviously, they haven't given up, and they're draining some threes. They're playing from real estate. They've got a little bit of spunk to that Cavalier team.
Well, you got our freshman in, and we just saw young Wagner paying dividends with a long 3 at the buzzer. Boy, what a thrill for him, huh?
Yeah.
You ever make a 3 in a game, Coach?
I never made a game.
You never made a game?
No.
Well, I'm right there with you.
They always ask me to. They're like, "You're really tall. You should play." And then they'd see me and they say, "Oh, never mind."
Trivia question for you. Coach Arden Ballmer played 1 year of high school basketball. How many points did he score in his high school career? No looking it up out there in Lancerland. If you want to chime in, how many points did Arden Ballmer score in his Lancer career?
Yeah, we'll take the comments right there if you want to drop them in underneath the video. I'm guessing that Mr. Wenger here knows the answer to it.
Absolutely. I've looked it up several times. You can't, but I already have. Culver seems like they get the ball at the start of every quarter. They got it the second, third, and here in the fourth. Ryan James, you know why they kept him on the varsity as a freshman? Why he dresses on the varsity? For his hustle, his grit, and his defense.
Yeah, he's got some lateral speed out there.
Absolutely. He got some hops, too. He can get off the floor. I'll tell you, I like this offense, or this defense we've got out there for hustle. Nice move right there. Donovan Ziaga with his 7th point. Alex looking to be a leader out there amongst the second unit.
Yeah, he's probably earned himself a look on the team next year already. But I don't think that's what he wants. I think he wants to come out there and be one of the guys that can lead this next generation of Lancers.
Well, we're losing 3, potentially 4 starters. Aiden Doyle going to the line. 3, potentially 4 starters, depending on how you look at it.
Number 22, Oliver Morgan, his second team score.
3 starters. Aiden Doyle.
Lancer substitution number 42, Tommy Gozy.
Coleman's going to come in and get a little bit of a breather. Looks like he's hitting the water bottle.
Colin Allen back in, 55-20 here, 6:45. That's looking a little bit better.
That brings up 56-20 here with about 7 minutes to go.
Aiden Doyle was 6 points off the bench. Only 1 for 3 from the line, however. Stride. Delicat, 5th point. 5'10" senior. The right idea, Colin. Running some clock. Winding down to about 6 minutes here in the ball game. If they've got a back door, they're going to take it. Otherwise, there's no need to shoot this ball.
Dozy.
Showing some hops. 6 points off the bench and 5 boards for Tommy. 2 assists as well, 58-22.
He jumped out of his socks. He's not even wearing socks right now.
Tommy Gozy jumping out of the gym, jumping out of his socks. Ryan, you got to cradle that ball, young man.
He'll learn that. He'll pick that one up.
Aiden Doyle in the near steal. Alec coming back in, this time for Aiden Doyle.
For the Lancers, number 35, Alec Coleman.
Pure hustle out there. We have a stream viewer from West Lafayette, Indiana. That would be Aiden's grandmother. Thanks for tuning in. Love having you wherever you are in Lancerland. I think Alec knocked that one out. Nice hustle. He's going to get stronger as he gets older. He'll have that board. Actually, it's Otterbein, Indiana, coming from.
More people are probably familiar with Lafayette, though, right? It's a town that we've heard a little bit more out of.
Oh, they have this university down there, see? Kind of
where they used to play athletics.
Okay, Mr. Thomas, you just declared war. 58-24.
I'm a big fan of the university. All of my family has gone there. My brother-in-law, both my mother-in-law and father-in-law. My wife even spent some time down there.
Your mother-in-law is from that town, actually. She's a Lafayette native.
Lancer substitution number 32, Aiden Doyle.
Aiden Doyle back in. 58-24. Ross Wagner's got a 3 tonight, the freshman off the bench. Like to see him try another if he gets it open.
Oh, good save, Alec. Yeah, this is a kind of a basketball weekend. I think we've got a couple more games coming up tomorrow.
We got 2 games. Our ladies travel to Argus. Last JV game of the year, last varsity game before. Beautiful!
Alec Coleman.
Wagner. Pumped up without assist to Alec Coleman. Nice going. And the and one.
You think that's a tandem we're going to say a lot of? Wagner to Coleman?
Real good possibility.
Yeah, we've got the JV girls playing their final game tomorrow. Coach Cox, whose voice you can hear in the background, making his final coaching game of this season. They've had quite a year. They just won the TCU Bi-County Championship last week for JV girls.
Girls, absolutely. First one in
20-something years, I think.
1986, did I read that right? Alex going for the 3, the old-fashioned 3. Already has the traditional. Nice touch.
I won't be able to make it. I'll be out on the road watching my son Wrigley play his game tomorrow. He's got a Saturday matchup as well. A special shout out to him if he's at home watching, because he should be in bed right now.
age 6. You better be in bed by now, Wrigley. Ryan James taking the strong to the hoop. There's another guy. He's going to get stronger. That's going to be something that he's going to be able to finish on in years to come.
Ryan James to the line, shooting 2.
Ryan's trying to get on the scoreboard. See how he is with his free throw. A little too hard. 61-24.
Cody Allen's giving him a little bit of a pep talk over there too.
That's pretty good when Cody's up in the stands somewhere.
Oh.
That's all right, Coach. I get Colin and Cody mixed up too.
One of them, yeah.
Ryan missed them both.
If they take more business classes, I'd remember their names easier.
Oh, Alec got him on the way up, I think. Ryan James.
Foul number 4, Ryan James. His
first foul, 5th on the team. 61-24 with 3:31 to go here in the ball game.
Oh, that was a pretty play.
Something we don't want to see happen. Moen Valaket's 9th point, all in the second half. 61-26. Have they put that one up yet? Alex going to take it and miss it. Colin with the board. Can he finish? No, he can't. Ryan with the board. There you go. Attaboy, Ross.
Ross might be young, but I think he has more three-pointers than Riley had.
Riley's the best shooting three-pointer in history, isn't he?
Undefeated from the three-point.
Yeah, 1 for 1.
1 for 1.
Hey, I'd take that.
Trey Wagner.
I'd take that, wouldn't you? Yeah, I would take that percentage.
We're nearing the end of the game here. I think the fans at home are probably all chomping at the bit for the answer to your trivia question there.
Got any guesses?
I was going to go single digits.
It is single digits. 8 points, 8 career points. But before you go criticizing, they did win the Bi-County Championship his senior year. Coming off a sectional championship in '68.
And if you're at home keeping track, that's 9 more points than I ever scored. So.
Well, it's probably a dozen more than I scored. And he parlayed that into an outstanding career, coaching at several stops, even coaching at home with Homer Drew at Valparaiso University. He's my go-to source for high school basketball. Nice pass. Go up strong, young man. Just not there.
Oh. Really followed that one through.
Jalen King, 6-foot sophomore with his 6 point. Tommy Gozik coming back in, 64-28.
Full timeout, Culver.
Culver's last timeout. Minute 53 here in the fourth quarter.
Tommy Gozik.
They're going to take a timeout. I think we're going to take another one with them. If you're at home, stick with us. Hit that red subscribe button. We'll see you in just about another minute.
Podcast is the exclusive property of LVH1 and the Union North United School Corporation for the private use of our audience and fans. Any retransmission or duplication of this broadcast without the written consent of LVH1 or the Union North United School Corporation is strictly prohibited. We hope you enjoy this event, and go Lancers!
somewhere on their way to Henryville right now is the Kuski family. Noah being our go-to cameraman all season. Really hope he enjoys his weekend down there, but I miss him a lot. Zane Gunn stepped up to man the camera for me tonight. And then Austin McKinney, the senior, came out to help man the computers and touch all these buttons that I don't fully comprehend. So I appreciate all the work that these two are giving us tonight.
Gentlemen, indeed. Missing Jacob Zeiger too.
Always.
Skeleton crew tonight, boy. You guys have really held it together for us.
But they put in a lot of hours last week with Bi-County. They were here for all those games, even one that we couldn't broadcast, some technical issues, and they put a lot of work in for us. I appreciate them very much.
Yes, we are blessed here at Lancerland. We are blessed with some good people, good young people. Ross on the steal, gives it to Colin, can't finish. He will. He'll get to where he can finish those. We're got down to a minute. I want to tell you about right before that timeout, in a real show of class, Coach Edison walked over to the scores table and reminded them they didn't put up 2 points for Culver. And they did during the break. 64-28 now. It's reflected in the score. Well, you should have gone up with that, I think, young man. He's hurting. He's grabbing his ankle. All Valquet.
Looks like he's going to walk it off a little bit.
Foul number 20, Colin Allen.
Colin Allen on the foul.
First, team 6.
39 seconds here. 64-28. Lancer lead.
But this second half has really been kind of a good game for Culver. They came out and put up a few more points, and
they showed a little bit of mettle, that's for sure. Down 46-7 at halftime.
And I think that's an admirable trait to have. Is admirable.
Have only scored 18 points here in the second half.
That's a combination of sportsmanship and pretty strong defense from the other team too.
And getting our bench plenty of playing time.
Allen's breaking a sweat out there. Look at him.
He's a hustler. He's got an athletic mindset. Down here to the final 5 seconds. Oh, yes, he got him with that off arm.
This final minute's been a little hard on him.
Number 3. 3.4. Missed it. Final score 64-28. Lancers are led in scoring by Aiden Doyle's 12 first half points, but very, very, very balanced scoring for the Lancers. And a lot of players got a lot of valuable experience tonight. Real show of sportsmanship from the Lancers and the Cavaliers.
I think we're going to take about a minute, probably try to compile some stats here, look at a few things. We'll come back and give our final wrap-up, which should only take another minute or two of your time. We do appreciate all the time you've given us tonight. Stick with us through this commercial break, and we'll do a post-game wrap-up here on LVH1. Welcome back. I'm still here with Mr. Wanger. He hasn't given up on me quite yet. I think he's even done a little bit of math, which might be in his wheelhouse, right?
That's in my wheelhouse. And don't speak too soon, Coach.
Oh.
I have the Lancers with 9 players in the scoring column, led again by Andrew Dill with 12. And if that seems like a low point total, he didn't play for much of the second half due to, well, the deficit that Culver was facing. Alec Coleman, Tommy Gozzi, and Aiden Doyle each off the bench with 6 apiece. Ross Wagner as well hit 2 threes. 4 guys off the bench with 6 points. That's the kind of depth we need heading into the stretch of this Lancer season. They're now 9-5 on the season. Culver drops to 1-14, led by Owen Valaket with 9 points. The senior, 5'10" senior, led the Cavaliers. Donovan Ziaja with the 6'3" senior with 7 also. But they only had 5 guys score. We had 9 unofficial guys scoring. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 guys scoring. Again, led by Andrew Dill's 12 first half points. All in all, except for the free throw shooting and some sloppy ball handling, I had the Lancers with 10 unofficial turnovers. A fine performance as we head tomorrow to Boone Grove. Clear over there by Valparaiso. Be safe out there, Lancers, and go get them.
That's right. Thank you again for joining us. Thank you for all of your help, Mr. Wanger. It's been a great season so far with you.
Absolutely.
All right, we will see you here next time at LVH1.
Be safe, everybody.